I've been asked to testify about what healed me when nothing else did. Yeah, here's the testimony. The doctors had their protocols, and the protocols were good. They did what medicine is built to do and what it should. But there was something underneath the clinical in the name that the protocols couldn't reach, and I remained unhealed in the place below the medical category. The smoke that healed me is a different kind of story than the one the institution tells, and it goes back to the earth and what the earth provides in the crack of the other eye. The smoke that healed me, yeah, the doctors didn't know. The smoke that healed me, yeah, it starts and it grows from the earth that was here before the medical degree. The smoke that healed me gave the unreached part of me its cure. The smoke that healed me tonight, the smoke that healed me in the low light, the smoke that healed me what the pills couldn't touch, the smoke that healed me, and I owe it much more than I can say. The smoke that healed me, yeah. I spent 2 years with the unnamed thing sitting on my chest. I tried to recommend it and the medical and the test of the various prescriptions and the side effect chains. The smoke that healed me worked below the pain in the place where the unnamed lies beyond the clinical name. The smoke that healed me, and I am not the same person who went looking for the cure in every prescribed form. The smoke that healed me, and the new norm is the heal. The smoke that healed me, yeah, the doctors didn't know. The smoke that healed me, yeah, starts and it grows from the earth that was here before the medical degree. The smoke that healed me gave the unreached part of me its cure. The smoke that healed me tonight, the smoke that healed me in the low light, the smoke that healed me what the pills couldn't touch, the smoke that healed me, and I owe it much more than I can say. The smoke that healed me, yeah. I don't dismiss the medicine, and I don't dismiss the care of the people who studied for the healing that they share with the suffering. But I also don't dismiss the smoke that healed me and the ancient truth of this, that the earth provides what the earth knows is needed. The smoke that healed me and the heated call of the natural is not the alternative. It is the original, and I live in the healed because of it. So I light the evening smoke as an act of gratitude to the plant that found a place of the unaided, healing that the named and the prescribed didn't find. The smoke that healed me, and the healed is mine tonight. The smoke that healed me tonight, the smoke that healed me in the low light, the smoke that healed me what the pills couldn't touch, the smoke that healed me, and I owe it much more than I can say. The smoke that healed me, yeah. The smoke that healed me, the smoke that healed me, yeah. I testify. The smoke that healed me, the earth knew, yeah. The smoke that healed me, grateful. The leaf was here before the law. The law came after and called the leaf the criminal, yeah. that's the blues. The leaf and the law been fighting since before my grandfather's time. And the law has never won, and the leaf has never stopped its climb. Through the legislation and the scheduling and the decree, the leaf and the law and the leaf keeps growing free. From every effort of the system to contain what the earth grew long before the law had a name. The leaf and the law and the leaf has the longer history. The leaf and the law is the mystery. The leaf and the law, yeah, the ancient versus the recent. The leaf and the law, yeah, the earth versus the decent. Pretense of authority over what it didn't make. The leaf and the law has to wait. With the losing, the leaf and the law tonight. The leaf and the law, the low light. The leaf and the law, one of them is right. The leaf and the law and the leaf predates the fight by thousands of years. The leaf and the law, yeah. My grandmother's grandmother grew it in the garden row, and nobody called the law because nobody had to know the law's permission to grow what the earth provided. The leaf and the law and the leaf presided over every civilization that the history contains. Before the prohibition and its manufactured pains, the leaf and the law and the leaf remembers every year. Before the law decided it had something to fear. The leaf and the law, yeah, the ancient versus the recent. The leaf and the law, yeah, the earth versus the decent. Pretense of authority over what it didn't make. The leaf and the law has to wait. With the losing, the leaf and the law tonight. The leaf and the law in the low light. The leaf and the law, one of them is right. The leaf and the law and the leaf predates the fight by thousands of years. The leaf and the law, yeah. Particular reasons that had nothing to do with seasons of the healing or the history of the leaf. The leaf and the law and the brief history of the criminalization is a footnote in the leaf's biography. The leaf wrote its own story long before the law. The leaf and the law and the leaf never saw the law as legitimate. So I grow what I was given by the earth to grow, and I smoke what the earth provided, and I know that the leaf was here before the law and stays. The leaf and the law and the leaf always finds its ways. The leaf and the law tonight. The leaf and the law in the low light. The leaf and the law, one of them is right. The leaf and the law and the leaf predates the fire by thousands of years. The leaf and the law, yeah. The leaf and the law, the leaf wins, yeah. Always did, the leaf and the law. Earth outlasts everything, yeah. The leaf and the law. The delta and the island, same people, same pain, different rivers, same job, yeah. the bluesman and the rootsman share a road that started from the same stolen people and the load of the crossing and the grief and the music born from that. Jah Blues is what I call the place where the two sat down together in the smoke of the evening long, and found that the Delta moan and the reggae song were the same cry sent upward to the same sky. Jah Blues and the same tears asking the same why. Jah Blues, yeah, the Delta and the island. Jah Blues, yeah, the music of the silenced, finding its voice in two different forms of the same. Jah Blues and the smoke and the ancient flame. Jah Blues tonight, Jah Blues in the lowlands, Jah Blues from the Delta to the Kingston shore. Jah Blues and the two traditions ask for more than the world gave the ones who made them. Jah Blues, yeah. Muddy Waters and Bob Marley in the same conversation, both of them the product of the same devastation and the same resilience and the same earthly truth. Jah Blues is the reunion and the proof that the music finds the other music through the centuries. Jah Blues and the smoke and the remedies are the same, whether the battle is a Delta jug or the chalice and the ritual. Jah Blues and the drug is the earth. Jah Blues, yeah, the Delta and the island. Jah Blues, yeah, the music of the silence, finding its voice in two different forms of the same. Jah Blues and the smoke and the ancient flame. Jah Blues tonight, Jah Blues in the lowlands, Jah Blues from the Delta to the Kingston shore. Jah Blues and the two traditions ask for more than the world gave the ones who made them. Jah Blues, yeah. I sit here with the smoke between the two traditions, honoring what they share before the divisions of the genre and the catalog and the separate name. Jah Blues and the Delta and the island are the same. River of the human grief made beautiful. Jah Blues and the smoke is the dutiful offering to the ancestors of both. Jah Blues and I hold them both close in the ritual tonight. So when I light the evening smoke, I hear the slide guitar beneath the bass line of the island and the far shore of the Mississippi and the Kingston Bay. Jah Blues and the two of them together say everything worth saying. Jah Blues tonight, Jah Blues in the low light, Jah Blues from the Delta to the Kingston shore. Jah Blues and the two traditions ask for more than the world gave the ones who made them. Jah Blues, Jah Blues, Jah Blues, Jah Blues, Jah Blues, yeah. The Delta and the island, same river. Jah Blues, Jah Blues, same ancestors. Yeah, Jah Blues. Jah Blues. Before the flood, The seed was in the ground. The flood came and went. The seed remained. Yeah, that's how old this is. Before the flood, she was already growing in the field. Before the civilizations and the empires revealed themselves and fell and rose again, she kept her ground. Before the flood and every flood, she's always found her way back to the surface when the water clears. Before the flood, she survived the flood and all the years of the subsequent destructions and the building over. Before the flood and every flood, she grows back sober and green. Before the flood, yeah, she was already here. Before the flood, yeah, she'll be here next year. And every year and every flood and every law. Before the flood, she outlasted all she saw. Before the flood tonight. Before the flood in the ancient light. Before the flood, she was in the ground. Before the flood, she'll always be found by the ones who seek her. Before the flood, yeah. No one knew about us is the legend of the old. The ark that held the two of every kind, also told of the green that made the journey on the wooden boat. Before the flood and after, and the antidote to the grief about the last was already on board. Before the flood, she was already the reward for the patience and the waiting of the long rain. Before the flood and after, she was always the refrain of the healing. Before the flood, yeah, she was already here. Before the flood, yeah, she'll be here next year. And every year and every flood and every law. Before the flood, she outlasted all she saw. Before the flood tonight. Before the flood in the ancient light. Before the flood, she was in the ground. Before the flood, she'll always be found by the ones who seek her. Before the flood, yeah. The empires tried to legislate away what grew before the empire and will stay after the empire and its laws are gone. Before the flood is the song that the leaf has been singing to the ages. Before the flood in the book of pages that the earth itself has written in the green. Before the flood, she was there unseen by the arrogant. So when they tell me about the temporary law, I think about before the flood and what she saw in the centuries of the human and the trying to contain. Before the flood and the leaf always remain. After the flood, before the flood tonight. Before the flood in the ancient light. Before the flood, she was in the ground. Before the flood, she'll always be found by the ones who seek her. Before the flood, yeah. Before because the roots don't negotiate with asphalt. And the rule of the system that decided what would grow in this school, of the urban and the manufactured and the owned, roots in the concrete and the natural has shown that it will find the light to every surface built to contain it. Roots in the concrete without built about the growing. Roots in the concrete, yeah, the earth don't ask permission. Roots in the concrete, yeah, the most radical position. It's to go where you are placed and not where they say grow. Roots in the concrete and the smoke and the below. Roots in the concrete tonight. Roots in the concrete in the city light. Roots in the concrete, finding every way through. Roots in the concrete, the same as me and you, growing where we landed. Roots in the concrete, yeah. I seen a plant push through the sidewalk of the avenue, 2 inches of the green defying all the revenue of the municipal and the ordinance and the spray. Roots in the concrete and the green found its way into the light above the gray of the paved over earth. Roots in the concrete and the green found its worth in the defiance of the place it wasn't supposed to be. Roots in the concrete and the plant grew free. Roots in the concrete, yeah, the bird don't ask permission. Roots in the concrete, yeah, the most radical position is to go where you were placed and not where they say grow. Roots in the concrete and the smoke and the below. Roots in the concrete tonight. Roots in the concrete in the city light. Roots in the concrete, finding every way through. Roots in the concrete, the same as me and you, growing where we landed. Roots in the concrete, yeah. The city is the concrete and the concrete is the test. Roots in the concrete pass the test above the rest of the controlled and the contained and the permitted to grow. Roots in the concrete and the smoke and the below. Surface world where the roots already low, the direction of the light before the light shows. Roots in the concrete before the building is built. Roots in the concrete without the guilt of the unauthorized growing. So I keep my roots in the concrete of the city where I live, and I grow what I was born to grow and freely give. The roots in the concrete, they're for room and they're for right. Roots in the concrete, in the green, the fight is already won. Roots in the concrete tonight, yeah. Roots in the concrete in the city light. Roots in the concrete, finding every way through. Roots in the concrete, the same as me and you, growing where we landed. Roots in the concrete, yeah. Roots in the concrete, growing through. Roots in the concrete, always finds the light, yeah. Roots in the concrete. Nobody waiting on a slow train. But the slow train gets there right, yeah. I've been running at the pace the world prescribes since sat down by the track and watched the slow train coming, and I didn't want to go back to the speed that had been killing me in the particular way that the gradual does. The slow train came that day, and I recognized the pace as the one my body knows. Slow train blues, and the slow train always goes where it needs to go. Slow train blues, yeah, the world don't understand. Slow train blues, yeah, the slow trains reprimand of the rushing and the burning and the too much too fast. Slow train blues, and the slow train built to last. Slow train blues tonight, slow train blues in the low light. Slow train blues, the pace I was born to keep. Slow train blues, and the smoke and the deep satisfaction of the unhurried. Slow train blues, yeah. The fast train passengers look down from the window at the slow train with the pity and the limbo of the incomprehension of the chosen. Slow train blues, and what the slow train knows that the fast train passes through without the seeing. Slow train blues, and the being and the freedom of the self from the pace the world demands. Slow train blues, and the smoke in these hands that work unhurried. Slow train blues, yeah, the world don't understand. Slow train blues, yeah, the slow trains reprimand of the rushing and the burning and the too much too fast. Slow train blues, and the slow train built to last. Slow train blues tonight, slow train blues in the low light. Slow train blues, the pace I was born to keep. Slow train blues, and the smoke and the deep satisfaction of the unhurried. Slow train blues, yeah. The blues men wrote about the trains because the trains were the symbol of the leaving and the chains of the staying in the place that couldn't hold them. Slow train blues, and the earth has told them both the leaving and the staying were the same. Slow train blues, and at the right speed every name for the destination arrives exactly when it should. Slow train blues, and the slow train's always good for the soul. So I ride the slow train with the smoke in my hand through whatever landscape the evening has planned. And I watch from the window of the unhurried life. Slow train blues, and the smoke and the knife of impatience set aside. Slow train blues tonight, slow train blues in the low light. Slow train blues, the pace I was born to keep. Slow train blues, and the smoke and the deep satisfaction of the unhurried. Slow train blues, yeah. Slow train blues, slow train blues, yeah. Right on time, slow train blues, the only pace, yeah. Slow train blues. 30 years, same ritual, different apartments, same friendship, yeah. Two old dogs on a Friday with nowhere to be. Me and Marcus in the years of the history. Between us in the ritual we shared before. Either of us had the apartment or the floor. Space to call our own, two old dogs on a milk crate. In the parking lot before the parking lot became the late night ritual of the ones who own the chairs. Two old dogs and the smoke and nobody cares about the ceremony. Two old dogs, yeah, 30 years of the same. Two old dogs, yeah, different lives but the same flame. Between us and the ritual and the shared history. Two old dogs in the smoke and the weed of the oldest friendship. Two old dogs tonight. Two old dogs in the low light. Two old dogs in the 30 years. Two old dogs and the laughter and the tears we never talked about. Two old dogs, yeah. He went through the thing last year and I sat beside him, and neither of us spoke for an hour and I beside him. In the choir it was the most I had to give. Two old dogs and the right to live through the hard thing without the performance of the fine. He sat beside me in my hard year, and the line of the friendship is the sitting in the difficult quiet. Two old dogs and no riot required. Two old dogs, yeah, 30 years of the same. Two old dogs, yeah, different lives but the same flame. Between us and the ritual and the shared history. Two old dogs and the smoke and the weed of the oldest friendship. Two old dogs tonight. Two old dogs in the low light. Two old dogs in the 30 years. Two old dogs and the laughter and the tears we never talked about. Two old dogs, yeah. The young ones have the energy and the new, and I remember being new, and the old dogs knew the value of the long run and the staying. Two old dogs and the years of the way of what friendship is beyond the convenience. Two old dogs and the ancient allegiance of the ones who came up together in the same smoke and the same years. Two old dogs and the name of that is love. So every Friday when the week has done its thing, I call Marcus and he comes and we bring nothing except ourselves to the same ritual. Two old dogs and the habitual grace of the oldest kind of knowing. Two old dogs tonight. Two old dogs in the low light. Two old dogs in the 30 years. Two old dogs and the laughter and the tears we never talked about. Two old dogs, yeah. Two old dogs, Marcus, yeah. 30 years, two old dogs still here. Two old dogs, same smoke, same friends. Smoke over still water at the ending of the day. The kind of scene that takes the centuries' noise away. I found a spot by the lake where nothing moves at dawn, and the smoke rises straight because the wind is gone. Smoke over still water, and the reflection holds the cloud before it dissipates in the sky, before it's loud. With the day's demands, I sit here with the first light. Smoke over still water, and everything feels right. Smoke over still water, yeah, the oldest kind of peace. Smoke over still water, yeah, the finest kind of release. The smoke goes up and the reflection goes below. Smoke over still water, and everything is slow. Smoke over still water tonight. Smoke over still water in the early light. Smoke over still water, rising straight and true. Smoke over still water, the reflection of the blue above and below. Smoke over still water, yeah. I brought her here once on a morning in October, before the ritual, and the day was entirely sober. Of the ordinary and just the two of us in the lake. Smoke over still water in the morning wake of the birds and the reeds and the mist leaving the surface. She sat beside me and I found the purpose of the spot entirely in the having of her there. Smoke over still water and her in the air. Smoke over still water, yeah, the oldest kind of peace. Smoke over still water, yeah, the finest kind of release. The smoke goes up and the reflection goes below. Smoke over still water, and everything is slow. Smoke over still water tonight. Smoke over still water in the early light. Smoke over still water, rising straight and true. Smoke over still water, the reflection of the blue above and below. Smoke over still water, yeah. The bluesman went to the crossroads, but I go to the water where the stillness is the answer to the slaughter of the peace by the modern and the moving and the loud. Smoke over still water, and the cloud of the ritual and the mist are indistinguishable. The smoke over still water, and the invisible line between the natural and the ritual dissolves. Smoke over still water, and the morning solves everything. So I come here when the world has taken everything I had, when the accumulated noise has made me something sad. Smoke over still water, and the water and the smoke say the thing that nothing else can speak, and what they spoke is always what I needed. Smoke over still water tonight. Smoke over still water in the early light. Smoke over still water, rising straight and true. Smoke over still water, the reflection of the blue above and below. Smoke over still water, yeah. Smoke over still water, yeah. Nothing moves. Smoke over still water, the finest peace, yeah. Smoke over still smoke, peace. The three things that got me through everything. Yeah. Earth and smoke and peace in the low light of the evening. The three things I was given and the three things I believe in. More than any institution or any creed or any name. Earth and smoke and peace, and the three always came. True when the rest of the inventory ran out. Earth and smoke and peace, without a doubt, are the oldest trinity the human ever knew. Earth and smoke and peace, and they'll see me through to the end. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah, the original three. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah, they always set me free from the complicated and the artificial and the soul. Earth and smoke and peace, and the story's always told right by the three. Earth and smoke and peace tonight. Earth and smoke and peace in the low light. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole foundation. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole liberation of the evening. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah. The earth provides, the smoke provides, the peace provides. The rest are what I need to navigate the tides of the living and the building and the carrying the weight. Earth and smoke and peace, and the estate of the simple and the natural and the honest and the slow. Earth and smoke and peace, and everything I know about the good life fits inside the three. Earth and smoke and peace, the only company I always need. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah, the original three. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah, they always set me free from the complicated and the artificial and the soul. Earth and smoke and peace, and the story's always told right by the three. Earth and smoke and peace tonight. Earth and smoke and peace in the low light. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole foundation. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole liberation of the evening. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah. I've been blessed with more than the three on the good years, and I've survived on only the three through the hard tears of the years that took the rest and left the three intact. Earth and smoke and peace, and the fact of their sufficiency is the most important lesson. Earth and smoke and peace, and the confession of the grateful is the simplest I can make. Earth and smoke and peace, and all I need to take into any evening of the life. So I end the video as I end every evening of mine with the three things that align: the earth, the smoke, the peace, and the gratitude profound. Earth and smoke and peace, and everything is found on earth and smoke and peace tonight. Earth and smoke and peace in the low light. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole foundation. Earth and smoke and peace, the whole liberation of the evening. Earth and smoke and peace, yeah. Earth, smoke, peace, yeah, the three, always the three. Earth and and smoke and peace. Good night from Radio Haze. Yeah, earth and smoke and peace.